the films I did. On occasion, you say, well, people only think that you're being dubbed. No, drums are visual. It's obviously me.
Mammy!
The Gump is a traditional kind of figure, a little man against the world, and one of the things about him is that he's very naive. And this leads to another recurring comic strategy of Norman's, which is to misunderstand a series of commands.
Is there anything of value on the island? Milk?
No, no milk. Maybe a little oil.
Oh. Marvelous. I'm not quite clear about this uninhabited island's position in relation to the mainland.
Oh, it's all quite clear on the map here. Let me show you. Now, let me see.
Where do you want it, sir?
Just there. Take that away.
Well, you said...
Take it away.
Am I right in saying just there?
No, not there. There. Will you take that away?
Oh, have a cake. Are there any rocks? There's only one who's going to have it.
Another characteristic of the Gump is the need to be loved. This usually manifests itself. You put the Gump in with a group of people or with an individual, he'll try to entertain them. And the laughs often come because he'll do this in a completely inappropriate situation.
His struggle he had in his life made him a tough person to convince. But once he was convinced, then he was right in behind it, and he'd come up with wonderful ideas about how scenes could be developed. He'd come up with new angles on what one could do. And he was an enormous influence on the writing, more and more so as it went along.
When Jack Davis started to do the scripts, we were chatting together, and he suggested, and he was writing it out, and he said, hey, well, look, and so he used to do the scripts and then leave it to myself to put my two penneth in, and then...
But what was your two penneth?
So we worked together, eh?
What was your two penneth?
What was my two penneth? Well, he did the storyline, for instance, the square peg. He did the storyline and allowed me to put in the amusing parts like the marching. That was my idea of shouting from the ditch, you know, to the troops who were doing the marching. Halt! About! Turn! When I told him that, he loved it.
Slow! March! Quick! March! Slow! Slow! Quick! Quick! Slow! 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 Quick! Quick! Slow! 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 Quick! Quick! Slow! This fish for tea!
And then I said to Jack Davis, we must find an extra dimension because we can't go on doing the same things. Norman himself wants to do something new. Let us find something. And as a result of our talk, Jack came up with this idea of him playing an Erich von Stroheim German general.
The German general was the first of a series of attempts to break away from the Gump or Norman Pitkin type of character.
We'll have those two seats over there. Come along, Tatters.
That is the high table, sir.
Then you must get a high chair.
The physical skills he'd developed for his variety work made Wisdom the most successful clown in British cinema.
Oh! You always always liked to do your stunt work.
It was fun. I really
That's right.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
And I used to get worried because I thought, well, if he kills himself, what am I going to do?
I know. Well, I was worried about
Bad
you.
for the
I
picture,
thought,
you
I
know?
kept thinking to myself, if I kill myself, what's he going to do? What a shame, poor old Hugh. You know?
Yes.
Oh,
Because listen, that was a really elaborate sequence.
yeah.
I remember when I first met you, working with Norm was going to be like having a love affair with a pile driver. And I knew it was something going to be very big.
This is where we did that scene, all through the green.
Jerry with the lawn.
With Jerry
Jerry-
Desmond, yeah. Yeah.
And you were complaining about the smashed milk bottles. And the end of it, you wrecked his entire garden.
He was doing the lawnmower, and I caught hold of the lawnmower and accidentally started it off and then hung on to it as it went through. Through the greenhouses.
And then, at the end of it, go out, hit a tree.
The big Bentley was sitting there, and the tree went smashing right on top of it. Yeah. This is it, Pinewood Pond. That bench was exactly the same position as it was when I sang "Don't Laugh at Me" to Lana Morris. I'll never forget.
Want some?
Thank you.
Oh, I meant for the ducks. Oh, I wish they wouldn't go away. That little one there hasn't had anything. Wish he'd come in.
Paddy Carstairs, the director, he kept on, I noticed, he kept on saying, cut, action, cut, action. We'd done the scene about 15 times, and I saw the crew, all beginning to go laughing, and I caught on to it that Paddy was getting me at it. So I picked him up. He was about my size, so it was all right. I picked him up, and I carried him right into the pond, dumped him there, and I dumped myself as well. And everybody laughed. It was marvellous. And from then on, we became really close friends.
And so we never did it again. At the heart of comedy, very often, there is sadness or tragedy or something which really makes it work. When people say it's only a comedy, it's just so they don't know the business, because comedy is a very difficult thing to do.
Peggy, sorry I'm late, love.
That's all right, Bob. I've only been here a couple of minutes.
Well, shall we go?
Yes.
Well, I think laughter and tears are equally as important, almost. A bit more laughs, yes.
And you found